it just makes me so excited that you're here. And she's already hitting recording anyway, so it's like, whatever. So happy Saturday. I love you guys. This is one of our impromptu Team Bold and Beautiful calls, and I'm just so excited that each and every one of you are here. I know it's super early, for some of you super later on the west or the east side of the United States, so it's awesome to see all of your guys' faces, and I'm just happy that you're here. First things first, before I start babbling, I'm just gonna kind of, hey Tori, do you want to mute Aaron for me? Just because the crackling and stuff, I don't have control of that. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. I'm going to it's going to be a call that kind of like inspires you, but also a laser coaching impromptu. I'm here to answer any of your questions because we are a freaking powerhouse, elite driven team. And I'm so, so, so excited to say that. So I want to share this with you. Dr. Eric Thomas is freaking badass. Like, if you guys have never heard him speak, I need you to YouTube Eric Thomas. He is seriously somebody that like lights my soul on fire. Between him and Les Brown, I'm just like, But first things first is I kind of want you guys to just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and hear what he's about to say. I'm not going to play the whole video, but I need you to hear this one point. This one point is going to segue us to this call. It's going to lead this call. It's going to push this call, and it's going to push us for what goals we're trying to achieve. So take a deep breath, get ready. All right, can anybody hear the video? Tori's saying no. Can you guys hear it? No, nobody can hear this video. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me see. All my volume's up. Tori, does your volume need to be up? Or you need to be playing it because you're leading the call? I don't know. You guys can see it though, right? Okay. See, Mariah, I got another idea. Give me 2 seconds. You guys have to hear this. Like, I will not be okay with you guys not hearing this. So, anyway, has anybody heard of Eric Thomas? Yeah? Okay. That's awesome. That makes me excited that you guys have. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Is it weird that I totally want you to stop recording this? No, I'm kidding. That's life. It's how it goes. You just get it done. Can you hear my phone? Okay. Give me a second. Let me fast forward it.
What you want. That's right. That's right. Real simple, right? But that one question is going to direct us the rest of this year. It's real simple. What do you want? All right. So I got to get that out because once you know what you want, all right, listen to me. Listen to me. You got to get it because I'm doing some simple stuff. You're like, that's real simple. Write the vision. What I'm asking you to do is write the vision and make it plain because when you know what you want, I'm not starting with your why, right? I'm not starting with all of that. Right now, I'm starting with your want. What do you want? Because if you don't know what you want and you're watching me, nothing else matters. But when you know what you want, why do you wake up at 3? Because I know what I want. Look. You eat however you want to eat. You do whatever you want to do, right? When you don't know what you want, when you're not clear on what you want, like You get up whenever you feel like it. You don't have no drive. You don't have no passion. And so when people ask me, where your passion come from? Where your drive come from? I know what I want. Every single day, I wake up, boom, and I go pursue it every single day. So what do you want? Do you want to retire? Do you want to spend more time with your family? I don't know. What is it? You want a better job? You want a promotion? You got this dream that you want to pursue? You want to write a book? You want to do a CD? Like, I don't know what you want. Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be an engineer? I don't know, but I want you to start the year off. We're not talking about, fake dreaming and just writing goals down and be doing it. I'm talking about knowing what you want, because when you know what you want, that's where the drive comes from. That's where the passion comes from. So 2 more questions. I'm going to give you this.
So guys, it's very simple. What do you want? And I know that is somewhat of a foreign question. It's like, Mariah, you always talk about what is your why. You hear Julianne, you hear Sarah, you hear all of us really be like, well, what is your why? Find your why and you'll find your voice. And now I'm changing my mindset. When I've been journaling, because I've been listening to Eric Thomas, listening to Les Brown, I've been diving into personal development, I'm thinking about my why is truly what I want, but what do I want? When I sat there about 2.5 years ago and I decided to go back to get my doctorate, what did I want? I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to take care of kids. I wanted to be able to empower and inspire other people. When I look at this business and I add coaches and I add my friends to join me in this, what do I say? What do I want? I want financial freedom for every single one of you. I want the ones that have babies like Stephanie, Jess, you're about to have a kid. Those of you who are thinking about having a baby or dreaming big or wanting to stay home or wanting to have financial freedom in any capacity. I think about those things and that's what I want. I want what you want. They are my why. They drive me, they push me, but it's what do you guys want? So that's a very loaded question. And sometimes you don't think about that because you almost are like taken back, like, well, I want this, this, and this. And then a lot of times, the good book says, don't want things, you need things. Don't be ungrateful, don't be selfish. But it's like, guys, in this life, in order to live the best life, you have to be able to dream big. And I mean big. You need to dream big and go after it. People are going to hold you back from your dreams. People are going to tear you down. People are going to be naysayers and think that you can't do something. But that what do you want, your why, your dream is going to push you past that. So many people told me I couldn't get a doctorate. So many people told me I couldn't do a ton of things in my life. I didn't think that I was going to be able to finish getting my doctorate because I was going through a divorce in the midst of all of that. And I was like, every single day I wanted to quit, but I thought about what I wanted. I thought about what I wanted and I wanted to push and I wanted to continue. So in this business, guys, it's so funny. McKenna sent me a text yesterday and I love it. She's like on fire. But it was like a real honest, like, Mariah, I've been showing up and I'm consistent and everybody is ghosting me. Everybody is literally like not talking back to me or saying no. And I'm like, yes, that's awesome. Go for no. Like, seriously, go for no. Because the more no's you get, you're gonna eventually get a yes. It takes 100 people for you to message to finally get 3 people to sign up. And in your mind, you're like, Mariah, you're nuts. Like, that is crazy. But it's true. The numbers are there. It shows. If you sign up or if you talk to at least 100 people, most of the time, more than half of them are going to be no. But if you're going for no, you're going to get a yes. Tons of people are going to say no. Tons of people are going to be like ghosting you and not showing up. Guys, I want you to know, no matter what Success Club point I hit, I still get no's. There are still people to this day that do not ever respond to me and then later sign up. And I want to say, Jessica was one of those people. Now she's one of my top coaches. She ignored me. She ghosted me. We went to school somewhat together. Like she would like flat out not talk to me. And I would just be like, what is happening? Like, she doesn't want to talk to me. Stephanie was one of my customers for like a year and a half before she like finally was like, yes, let's do this. But I don't say that to be like, man, I did the same thing. I did it to Sarah. It took an entire year and a half for me to finally say yes to sign up. So when you're getting those no's, when you're getting that frustration feeling of like, man, I'm so consistent, I'm constantly showing up, yada, 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 I want you to know that that's okay. The reason why people come back around, and I'm going to tell you this, consistency is the only thing that matters. You can be pump up, you can be motivational, you could be inspiring, you could have the best pictures, you could have the best selfie freaking light ring thing that I saw on Instagram today that like blew my mind. You could do all of those things, and I promise you it won't matter. Because if you are not consistent, nobody will trust you. The reason why people sign up with me, the reason why you guys signed up with me is because you knew I showed up. You guys know that I sit there and I grind every single day, no matter what's going on. You sit there and see me in an arm sling showing up every single day. You see me showing up even if I'm tired, even if I get off of work, in between my lunch hour, I show up. So when I tell you guys, if you just consistently show up, I promise you this business will just continue to propel forward. You guys have so much passion and so much purpose for this. Do not let the no, do not let the struggle, do not let the ghosting derail you from what you want. It is very simple. I don't care about your why. I want to know what you want. Stephanie, if you want freedom and never have to go back to be a teacher and to take care of little man and build a house of your dreams with your hubby, that's what you want. And we are going to make sure that you get that. Simple. It's simple. Your why will come later. Your why will be fueled by what you want. I want you to go after what you want. So I want you to literally, during this call, and I'm going to ask you at the end, every single one of you, I want you to think about what you want. And I don't want no BS like, oh, one day I want to own no, like I'm going to have a house in multiple parts of the country, multiple houses in multiple parts of the country. I'm going to be a renowned speaker, like whatever it is, I'm going to write a book, whatever it is that you want, I need you to black and white tell me, and I need you to go after it. Every single day, what you want is going to wake you up. When you want to breathe, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll be successful. He says that and it goes in my head every single time. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll be successful. You won't need an alarm clock to wake you up. Your dreams will wake you up. Very simple. All right, guys. So that was my little spiel. I'm super passionate and pumped up. I'm fired up. I want to make this such an amazing opportunity for you guys. I truly believe in every single one of you. You guys can make this happen. I am here as a resource. I have different things kind of pulled up that I am willing to show you guys. I am a very transparent coach. I'm here to lead you guys. If you guys need to see or understand or grow anything in the back office, this is the time to ask me. If there's something that you don't understand, if it's volume, if it's rank, if it's how to reach a certain goal, you guys need to ask me. I'm here. I'm an open book. Nothing is like, everything is fair game. Like, ask me any questions. I know we have some newer coaches on the call, which, first of all, shout out to Erin. She signed up for 2 seconds and became an Emerald coach in 2 seconds, just throwing that out there. I was like, I'm looking at my downline and I'm like, okay, Jessica, like, let's go. It's time. It was awesome. So, Erin, I'm super excited that you're here. It fires me up. McKenna, Kelsey, you guys, like, it's so awesome to see you guys' faces. So yeah, ask me any questions. Ready, set, go. Oh, don't you guys dare. Somebody has a question somewhere. Okay, cool. Think about questions. I'm going to show you this. I don't really understand volume. McKenna, that's my girl. I love it. Okay, you don't really understand volume. Let's go into our back office and we go to volume. Okay, so kind of breakdown. Let me stop sharing my screen really quick. Kind of breakdown. Volume is something personal. So you have your team volume. So that's the TV, and you have your PV, personal volume. Personal volume points are things that are accumulated by either you buying something, so anything, I think anything and everything now in our Team Beachbody page, like clothes used to not have volume and now it does. Little knickknacks like shaker cups used to not have volume and now it does. Anything that you buy or any of your customers or coaches buy, that equals volume. And so, like, for example, Shakeology is 90 PV, 90 personal volume points. You get volume that's accumulated underneath you. You get volume for when I add coaches underneath you. You get volume when us as a team add coaches under each other. So, like, for example, Jess is on the left side, Tori's under her. no matter what, Tori is making volume and giving volume to Jess. And then Jess is giving volume to the other person. Just like, I'm trying to think, McKenna, that's a perfect example. So it goes McKenna over here, Tori right here, Jess right here. McKenna, you're giving volume to Jess. Jess is giving volume to Tori. Tori adds a coach. Tori's giving volume to McKenna. McKenna giving volume to Jess. Jess is giving volume to Tori. It's like a repetitive cycle. So that's why it's like, this is not a pyramid scheme, because we are totally helping each other out. So every time I add a coach, every time the team adds a coach, anytime we are doing anything like a unit, we're adding personal volume points to either side. So you have two legs. You have a left leg and a right leg. Depending on what side I placed you on, I think all of you actually, except for Stephanie, are on my left side, because my left side is my weak leg. So Stephanie benefits from a little bit different of a benefit. Stephanie gets any type of personal volume that even Sarah adds. So if Sarah adds a coach, or Kristen, which is Sarah's coach, or any of Sarah's coaches add a coach, Stephanie benefits from all that volume. There's so much volume on that side that I really don't need to add coaches, because it does it for itself. The left side is what I'm really focusing on for myself in my business, and here's why. So the left leg and the right leg, you either have a weak leg or a strong leg. Right now, my right leg is my strong leg, my left leg is my weak leg. On any given day, you can have, as long as you have 200 personal volume points on one side and 100 volume points on the other side, that equals 1 cycle bonus. With that, if you are an Emerald coach, you have to be an Emerald coach. It doesn't affect you if you're not. If you're an Emerald coach, you make $14 off of that 1 cycle. If you are a Diamond coach, or Jessica's about to be a Ruby coach, which is so rare. A Ruby coach makes $16 on a cycle. A Diamond, you have multiple volume points. You can cycle up to a cap. As an Emerald, you can literally make $250 as a cap as a cycle. So if you are building up your legs without selling anything, without doing anything, just simply being a coach in my team on our downline in Team Bold and Beautiful, you could cap out at $250. Does that make sense? Yeah. McKenna, volume is super important when you get to be Emerald because of this. So let me show you. So right now, this is a better view. So the best way to look at volume, like, yeah, the front page makes sense, but not really. Let me move this because like my head's in the way. So right here is this volume. Honestly, guys, remember that it's freaking Saturday. So today is not the greatest day. The best day to look at it is Wednesday, because Wednesday is when volume goes out. Thursday is when we get paid. So volume on that any given day gets cycled. So we can look like this was a really good week. Right here, I had 1,100 on this side. I had 957 on this side, which is really, really good, because most of the time, again, left side is the weak leg. It's how many times can 200 and 100 come out. I think I cycled 6 or 7 times. I'm not very good at math, but that's what I think I did based off of like income and like the commission that week. So that's what you're looking at. And as long as you're continuing to look at this kind of will give you a gauge on how your business is growing. Now, another thing that you can look at, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago when we talked, is your carryover volume. A lot of you as new coaches won't have a ton of carryover volume, but I know that Jess, Tori, even Marissa, Stephanie for sure probably has a little bit of carryover volume. Now, this is a clear example of showing you how crazy my volume is, like just so, like my weak leg is so weak. Because if I were to do the math on this is my piggy bank. Your carryover volume is your piggy bank. I have $2,354. Yes, I know the exact number. $2,354 waiting for me in a single week. I didn't say like in a month. I said in a single week's paycheck, I have $2,354 waiting for me. This is a piggy bank that you have to just keep track of, because this is exciting. It's my gut check of, Mariah, you need to do your shit. and you need to build your left side. And the importance of building your left side is to really grow that number so that it balances out so that you continue to grow as a coach and as a team. But honestly, it's the income. It's the income of realizing, Mariah, I am missing out on $2,300 every single week. Every single week. I think when Tori did it, she was like laughing. She was like, it's like $150. I'm like, but that's $150 a week. Like on top of everything. That's just in cycles. That's like a big deal. So volume is really, really important, and it's really, really exciting. I think I see things in the chat. I had to get out of the thought because where it came was yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely that understanding of like it being a piggy bank. So that's really awesome that you guys are really pumped up. You have to be excited about volume. Volume is like truly what makes this business kind of really cool. It makes the potential really awesome. Anybody else have any questions? More questions? More things that they need to see in the back office? So right now, something that I've been doing and working on that has been working really well that I want to show you guys, I have been using, a couple weeks ago I listened to, and I think I told you this, I listened to a corporate call, being one of the top 100 elite coaches in the West region. Like that's a super, super exciting thing for our team, Team Bold and Beautiful. That makes me excited. I was on a call and I was listening to Danielle Natoni talking about a really cool concept. She was talking about how she sends a Google form for her right before she sends a share card. And what I mean is, so right before somebody signs up, so somebody sends this is my process. I send out a message, somebody says they're interested. I ask for their email. They get a canned response from me. If you guys don't know what a canned response is, you have to go to Julianne Candia YouTube and look at the canned response. I think it was even a best practice Zoom this last week. You have to set up your canned responses. They're super simple to set up. I'm happy to send you guys all of mine, but they are a game changer. As soon as they get the canned response, they email me back or message me back and say that they're interested. And I say, great, I'm going to send you a form. I want you to fill it out so that I know exactly what your goals are and what to send you for you to be best successful. And I just started this process and I want you guys to see it because it has been a game changer. So now you're going to be like, Mariah, not only am I going to be asking somebody to sign up with a $160 challenge pack, but I'm going to be throwing things in their cart. Yes, but you're going to do it strategically. So this is a Google form. Let's go use the To Be Mindset one. So this is my To Be Mindset Google form. They'll get this as a link, like literally I can hit send and send them in an email. I think I sent it to some of you guys as my leaders so that you guys had it. And it's just like, awesome, I have a few questions before we get started. Do you have Beachbody On Demand? What's a good, I should say email address. Let's fix that because I'll forget. What's a good email address? And then here it goes. I want to know what flavor Shakeology they want. I included all of them, the vegan and the whey. And then I say, hey, do you want to add a box of 150 calorie snack bars? And talking about the beach bars, most of the time people are like, yeah, I want to try a snack bar. And I ask them how many boxes they want. And then I also ask if they want to be a coach. And that's in my To Be Mindset share cart, that's in my coaching share cart, and that's in my customer share cart. My customer share cart so far has not let me down. And I know that's crazy, but literally this girl was like, yeah, I want to sign up. She sat there, and this one is probably a better example. So I asked her, does she have Beachbody On Demand? Is she interested in Energize and Recover? And now you're going to ask me, well, Mariah, what if they don't know about it? They should. If you're doing your job, if you're showing up every single day and you're posting about what you're doing on your social media, they know what Energize is. Everybody knows that Energize for me is my superhero juice because I talk about it every day. I show it every day. They know what Recover is. It's my chocolate drink after my workout. So they know what these are. So if you're not doing that, if you're worried about that, you need to talk about it more so that they know what it is. And for my new coaches that are on this call, if you're not drinking Energize, I don't know what you're doing with your life because it's so good. Like, so good. It's amazing. I don't get through workouts without it. Then I ask about the To Be Mindset nutrition plan. Guys, I have my To Be Mindset water bottle with me wherever I go if anybody asks me questions. And then I also post about it on social media, on my story. And I just talk about how water first. It's one of the rules. Water first, veggies most. We get it done. Then I ask about the beach bars. Are you interested in it? What flavor? How many boxes? Because they have those deals. And then I ask about if they're interested in coaching, and then I get their Shakeology. Now, the cool thing about this, I did not know I had 4 responses. I need to go look at that. Oh, no, I did. The cool thing about that is the fact that this girl was like, hey, I really want to sign up. I'm interested in doing 80-day obsession. So what I did is I put in the 80-day obsession challenge pack. She said she was interested in the cherry almond bars. I put in the cherry almond bars, and she said she was interested in Energize and becoming a coach. I put in Energize. I signed her up as a coach, and then I realized Danielle Natoni's rule of thumb is don't ever let a customer's cart get over $200. Don't ever let it happen. So what I did was I noticed that with the tub of Energize, the total was like $229. So I was like, okay, let's change this. I took out the tub of Energize and I did the packets, the 10 like individual packets, so that it was like, hey, try this for $13. And I threw it in there. She signed up, no problem. And she signed up as a coach, as a discount coach, but she signed up as a coach and she benefited from it. And then she texted me and she was like, I love these bars and I love this Energize. How can I get a bigger tub? And I was like, hey, because you're a coach, everything's 25% off. You benefit from the discount. Just jump on there and add it. And she's like, okay, great. So guys, it's a different process because it's almost like this is like where it kind of gets a little uncomfortable for me because I'm not a salesy person and I don't believe in being salesy. That's not why I do this. I do this to save people's life the way that it saved mine. But this is also a cool way, to show them what we have. Sometimes people don't know. And sometimes people don't know that they lack energy until they try Energize. Sometimes people don't know that they are super sore and that there's an actual all natural protein recover that can help with their muscle soreness afterwards. I swear after 80-day obsession, nobody can tell me different. Like that booty day, I could not walk. And when I had recover, I was like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Like you love me so much that you put this stuff on the earth. Like, yeah, that's a little dramatic, but I felt that way. So I just want you guys to know that that is something that you can use at your disposal. Tori, you have a question?
Yeah. Well, first off, I think that's life changer because I hate going back and forth, like when they're interested and they're like, okay, what kind of shake do you want? But you got to say like, do you want the regular or the vegan? This contains this and this and this. So that changes that. But my question is, so I was going to use yours that you sent us, but when there's a response, how do I get it directly sent to mine? Because I was scared that if I sent it to them, it was going to respond to like your email. So I don't know how to do Google Forms. So that's my question.
Oh, that's a great question. So whatever I send you as a canned response or as a Google form, you guys have to make your own. And I know that sounds weird, but I realized that one time when I did a canned response and everything was going to Julianne. So you come up here to start a blank form, but really, truly the easiest thing to do is just hit the contact information one. It's the blanket one that's always up there. Let me move it down. You can change the color right here with this, change the color right here with this little smock thing. Change the color palette, make it whatever. I would never use pink in a million years. And then literally I would just, to be mindset, share a cart and like follow, just kind of like back and forth, look at what mine is and then just kind of follow it. And the next thing you know, you're going to have all the same questions. And then once you get back up to the top, you'll see responses. You'll come over here and check this 1, 2, 3 little thing and then get emailed notification for responses. So then you literally, like, I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. It took me literally 15 minutes to make those 3 Google forms by going back and forth. Like Danielle Natoni gave them to us, so I made it. Like I literally used her questions, and guys, you can literally come to my Google form and copy and paste it and just put it in. The most time-consuming aspect of the Google form is writing out the 50 billion flavors of Shakeology. I was like, me and Sarah were like doing it together, and she's like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. But it was so worth it in the end. I'm just letting you know that that was like a silly side note.
I'd rather write it once than 17 times.
Yes. And guys, it's all about creating systems. So the reason why your vibe attracts your tribe. I am a part-time Beachbody coach, but we are a part-time tribe going for 5-star elite. It is going to freaking happen, and I cannot wait. I was telling Jess this the other day. There are so many coaches that are like, hey, you can't be the best possible coach in the world if you do this part-time. And I really want to like there's so many, we're recording, so I can't exactly say exactly what I would want to do, but I really, really, really want our team to show that Team Bold and Beautiful is a freaking powerhouse, and that most of us are doing this part-time. Like, we are doing this part-time and we're getting shit done. And that makes me excited. That makes me empowered and inspired, because there are so many people that are coaches that get so discouraged that they aren't going to be a good coach, that they are not going to be successful, that they are not going to be able to do this because they don't have 8 hours to make it happen. That is not true. I worked this business for 2 years with maybe less than 30 minutes. I work this business now maybe an hour a day. An hour a day. And we are seriously on a mission to be an elite team. We are right there, and it's going to happen. So for people to be like, oh, this is not going to be good and I'm never going to make that, that's BS. I call BS on that. And I want to show them, and I want our team to be like, we're freaking part-time hustlers and we make this happen. So with that being said, the reason why I say that is you have to create systems that are efficient and quick and don't take a lot of time. So if I send out a text message, or like a message, my messages are, and I've shared it with you guys, I don't send out rainbows and butterflies and sunshines up people's butt. I am not that warm messaging coach. I'm not going to text or message somebody 50 billion times about their dog before I finally send them a message about, you need to change your life and I'm here to help you. I'm going to talk to them and say, you are amazing, you have purpose, you are deserving, and I'm here on a mission to inspire and empower women to live the best life. And I think that you would be amazing at joining me. I just send the message. Nobody can tell me that that feels cold. Like, that is very warm and inviting. And I send that message 100 times a day. And once somebody says, I am so interested in it, like, please tell me more, they get a very simple message back from me. It's like, hey, sister, I love that. Please send me your email so I can send you all the information. And once they get that information, once I get that information, it's very systematic. It is very, very system-based. Tori, I'm going to send you an email if this ever loads. It's because there's like 5 million things going on. So very, very simple, very, very systematic. I get their email. It's Tori. She's going to pop up. Sorry, it's like slow because I'm sharing a billion things. So Tori said she's interested. She's interested in becoming a coach. She wants to know all about it. I have my canned responses. It's loaded. What is coaching? My what is coaching canned response is loaded. They get to know every single thing about coaching. They get to know about me. They get to know everything that it goes into it. They get to hear my story because my YouTube link is attached. And then I sit there and I say, hey, I need to make sure that I follow up with Tori in about a week. I make sure that she's set up. There's like 50 billion people. She's already a coach, but I would usually hit engaged in my pipeline. She's their current coach. And then I would send the email and she would get an email from me. And then if she were to respond and say, hey, like, I'm really, really interested, this seems like something that's such a perfect fit, then I would say, hey, great, I'm going to send you this link to fill out this Google form. Let me know so I can fit your cart specifically to what you want, and then we can make it happen. I send them the Google form. They send it back to me. I send them a share cart. They sign up. It's very systematic. I do not have 15 billion hours to talk back and forth with somebody, and neither do you guys. I talk to you guys when you guys are coaches, because I want to see your faces all the time. Never mind, you just answered that. Okay. I started doing that. I got more responses. Steph, that's awesome that you started doing that and that you're getting more responses that way. It's just really hard to like cater to every single individual person. And I want you guys, I don't want your husbands to be like, or boyfriends to be like, why are you spending so much time on your phone? I don't want your kids to feel like you're just glued to your phone all the time. Like, literally, like, I would sit there and I was talking to Jess, I was FaceTiming her, and I was like, I'm going to send out 50 messages. I sent out 25 messages in like 10 minutes, and I sent her a text like, hey, I sent out 25 messages, because we're keeping each other accountable. And I just was like, bam, done. I'm not going to sit there and scroll through and figure out who needs a message from me. If you are watching my story, if you are liking my shit, you are getting a message from me, because that is somebody that I can help. It's very simple. And guys, I tell you this all the time. If Sarah wouldn't have messaged me, I would have been dead. I would have been 6 feet under. I would have pulled the gun when it was in my hand. I would not have been here. So if she would have been picking and choosing whether or not to message me, I wouldn't be here. So why am I going to pick and choose who to message? Everybody has a chance. Everybody gets a message from me because I don't know whose life I could potentially save. It's just that simple for me. Any other questions? Questions about how to hit rank?
I have one really quick.
Yeah, Marissa, go for it.
Because I know I texted you the other day and I was talking about trying to basically do cold messages and trying to get people to like my stories, message them that like my stories or anything like that. The problem I run into is mine is the same people that watch it because mine is private because I teach and my kids try to follow me. So how do I go about getting more to watch but not making it, you know what I mean? Like, because I have like at least 20 of my kids in my inbox waiting to add me and they're all still in high school.
So the workaround that you would have to do, Marissa, and you're a little bit more unique and it's going to require a little bit more work, is you're going to have to go through all your Instagram and like and comment and follow. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to be like, okay, people as teachers, like people are teachers, people are newlyweds, people are volleyball coaches, that kind of thing. And then when you go through them and you're following hashtags, when you're liking certain things, you need to be like on somebody's page, like 5 pictures, comment on 1, follow them. Like that's the process of Instagram. So when you're going through, it's not like this meticulous thing, but it kind of is. It's just very time consuming. So when you're sitting there and somebody fits your tribe, so my tribe exactly is a doctor, nurse, healthcare professional, fitness person, somebody like dreamer, somebody who overcame suicide, blah, 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 blah. There's all these different things that I look in hashtags, like nurse practitioner is one of the ones I look at. I go through and I'm like, okay, she looks like she would be an awesome coach. She looks like she's into fitness. Bam, bam, bam. I like 5 of her pictures. I follow her, and then on one of the pictures, I'm like, girl, you look so beautiful. I love that shirt, blah, blah, blah. Where'd you get it? I engage her in conversation. She comments me back. She comes over to my page, does the same thing, likes a bunch of pictures. She gets a message from me. So it's like this tedious cycle of working your Instagram, and you have to continue to build it. Guys, Instagram is one of those things where I'm going to tell you it's worth the effort. It's worth the effort. And as you guys continue to grow, I will share with you guys the tips and tricks that I'm doing. I actually have a company running my Instagram to do the tedious things so that I can just worry about posting content. But there are still times that I am like, oh my God, this nurse would be so awesome at this. And I go in and I like 5 pictures, I comment on 1, I engage in her, I follow, and then we start a conversation. So Marissa, you just have to do a lot more of that, especially since you're a little bit more unique with, wanting to keep your stuff private. So good question.
With that Google form, you use To Be Mindset. Do you have like different ones for like 80-day obsession, or you just change it at the top before you send it?
Nope, I make it a coach, a customer, because the customer can fit any of it, and then To Be Mindset. The only reason why I add To Be Mindset as a separate one is because the bars are usually discounted, and if they are interested in working out, then I can have that on there. So for customers who are like wanting to do Insanity Max versus 80-day obsession, I would just send them a customer one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because then they would just get the blanket like 160. And then sometimes I just had this happen. I sent the blanket 160 just because that's what I talk about in the videos. And then one of the girls were like, hey, do I get the equipment for 80-day obsession? I was like, girlfriend, no. Like, I didn't know that you wanted to do 80-day obsession. That's awesome. I'll send you the one with 80-day obsession. It's 180 instead of 160, but it includes all the equipment that you need. So then I just alter the cart.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Great questions, guys. Anybody have questions on like rank or how to get to emerald or how to get to diamond, things like that? You guys good? All right. And like a synopsis, just because I need to know, because it's important to me. I want everybody to share what they want. And Tori's going to go first. Love you, boo. And not rainbows and sunshines. Like, I need to know what you want, because I'm actually going to write this down, because what you want pushes me to work harder. So go for it, Tori.
I mean, what, like, I don't know. What I want is, I want a huge house.
Okay.
Because I want 4 to 5 children. I want all my children to have their own bedrooms, no one sharing a room. I want all my kids to drive nice cars, because I didn't do that. So I want to make enough money so my kids are driving not brand new cars, because they're not going to be spoiled brats. But that's what I want. And what I want is to do, I don't know what I want for my job wise. We'll just keep that at that. But I'd like to do this like part-time, and do like, I want to do like what Sarah does, like part-time with her children, but part-time working. That's what I want.
That's awesome. Jess, what do you want?
I want to not have to worry about going back to work full-time after maternity leave. And well, if anything, I want to do more casual time at work rather than even part-time, because that's still kind of like, I want to be able to put my family first and not have to worry about income and all of that, and having to work as a nurse and stupid night shift hours. I'm so done with them.
That's awesome. Thelma, what do you want?
So I want to be able to be home full time with my kids, help my family financially, help my old sponsor a couple kids overseas and go on mission trips, and eventually own my own home.
That's awesome. I love that. Erin, what do you want?
I want to pay off my student loans in the next year, and I want to visit all 50 states within the next 10 years, and I'm halfway to that goal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Stephanie, what do you want?
I want probably one more child, because this one is too cute. It's hard for me to like, share him right now with anybody. But I can have one more. That would be cool. So then I would want to stay at home with both of them. Yeah. And I want to have a house with a pool, because I grew up swimming, and like as kids, like that's just amazing to have a pool. Like that's a big deal. And so my house, like I have like certain goals that I want for my house. So basically my dream home, I want a dream home. And then I want to be able to travel. There are a few places that I want to go. New York being one of them. Hey, yeah. And be able to help my family financially. And I think that I know that this is going to be my ticket to do that.
I love that. Golden ticket, Steph. I love that so much. Yeah. McKenna, what do you want?
I want to be able to stop serving, because the more I do that, the more I'm like, wow, I hate this. But and I want to be able to be a child life specialist, but also be doing this kind of like how you do your both, and not having to worry about finances, worrying about, because one of the things I have to do for child life is go maybe travel to do an internship. And right now that's like a huge stress of like, how are you going to house yourself? And I would love for this to be able to take away that stress. And
P.S. If you come to Arizona, you can live with me for a little bit. Continue.
Sounds good. And yeah, I would love to be able to pay off my student loans within a year of graduating. And yes, just would love to be able to, above all else, help people through this as well.
That's awesome. Kelsey, what do you want?
I want to travel more is my big thing.
That's awesome. Where do you want to travel to? Do you know like your number one place?
I'm all over.
All over. That's awesome. Marissa, what do you want?
All right, here's my list. Number one, I want to build my house from the ground up. That is my biggest goal. Build whatever I want. It's about 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath at least. That's number one. Number two, and it's funny because me and Leon talked about this yesterday. We want to be able to have the option of not worrying about bills being paid. We'll have enough money that we don't have to struggle or worry about that ever again. I want my kids to be able to not worry about money or finances and be able to go to whatever college or anything that they want to go to. And then I also want to have the option of if I ever want to stop teaching or if they push my button one day, I can just be like, look, I'm out, chuck up the deuces and walk out the door. I just want to have that option. And I just want to be able to travel wherever I want to.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's awesome, guys. I want every single thing. Like literally, I'm not kidding. I wrote it all down. I wrote it all down because it's something that I'm going to look at every single day. When I do not want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to look at it. When I don't want to send out another freaking message because my eyes feel like they're bleeding, I'm going to look at it. When I sit there and doubt myself on how good of a leader I am in leading you guys and wanting to go for elite as this big, scary dream that I have, I'm going to look at it. Because what I want is for our team to be a freaking powerhouse 5-star elite team. What I want is to pay off all of my student loans. What I want is a family, kids, a happy, healthy marriage. What I want is to be able to put whatever I want in my house. I just bought a house and it is like pretty damn close to my dream house at 26 years old. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to put whatever I want in it. I want it to be my house. But the number one thing that I want to put in it is love. I never had love growing up in my own home. I was put out at a very young age, and then I didn't have love in this house. So I'm so excited, and I actually get emotional about it because it's the first house that I'm ever going to own by myself, be in, and be able to get to fill it with love. So when you guys are like in Arizona and you want to come visit, I'm so excited because I'm going to be like, yes, all the love in the world is just going to be in one place, and it's going to make me so excited. And it's really cool because there's so many bedrooms in that damn house that all of you would be like so comfortable and like chilling, and we could like do a diamond retreat at my house. So I'm excited. And yes, I do want that. And yes, I have been thinking of that. So I'm super excited that these are the things that you guys want because these are things that are so attainable. Guys, every single day when you get a no, when you get ghosted, when you are worried about the grind, I just want you guys to know that no matter what, if you keep plugging away, I've been doing this for 2.5 years, it gets to be a point where you're just like, holy cow. Like I'm going to be honest and transparent. I always say this, I'm just real and raw. Once you start realizing that you're making about like $2,000 extra a month on top of what you already make, it's kind of like that, I don't have to worry about bills. And then when you make in Beachbody every single month what your bills equal to, like my bills are, Beachbody pays my bills. So it's like, if as a rough estimate, if I have $3,000 worth of bills every single month, Beachbody pays for it. And that's like a really cool feeling because I'm like, everything that I work for and the tiny human healing that I get to do, like that's money that I get to just put away and knock off student loans and pay for houses and things like that. And that's what I see when I hear, McKenna, you want to stop serving. Like servers make a really good living most days and depending on what you do. And it's like, if you can make $2,000 a month instead of serving, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm going to focus on my grad program. Like, I'm out. I'd maybe even throw a glass or something just to be dramatic. But seriously, like, I want that. Or Jess, when you're talking about matching a nursing income, nurses make $70,000 a year. That's $5,000 a month. That's possible. That's possible. And I'm like excited about that because it's like, yes, like these are things that you guys want, but you're going to get. And then the only thing I'm going to say is don't let the tough Don't let the hard, don't let family, don't let the no's derail you from this. There are days, and I will be honest, there are at least 5 times that I can think of where I'm like, I am done. Like, I am not doing this anymore. It is not working. It is not paying off. Like, I bust my butt. I stay up late. I go through, like, I worked this while I was going through school, getting divorced, working full time, not having a day off. Like, I'm done. And then I ask myself, I do personal development every single day. I drink my shake every single day. I drink Energized every single day, and I work out every single day. That would be the dumbest thing in the world if I stopped coaching but still did all of that. Because literally, because I do all of that, it pays my bills. So when you think about, like, for a millisecond, what would your life look like if you didn't have Beachbody? I bet you anything you would still work out, drink your shake, drink your Energize, and do personal development. I don't think not one of you, if you guys are consistently doing that, can tell me that personal development has not changed your life, Energize is not life, and that working out is not like a non-negotiable. I follow your guys' stories. I see every single one of you, and you guys are like meticulous. You're like a machine. So I know I can't think about it, so I know you guys can't think about it. So in those moments of doubt, I just want you to think, what would it look like if Beachbody wasn't in my life? And it would just be weird, and it would suck, and I wouldn't have amazing, incredible people like you that I get to talk to on a Saturday and spend my morning with. Like, if I had a cup of coffee, it would just be perfect. I really need to go grocery shopping is what it is. But if I had a cup of coffee, like, I would be so happy right now because I literally got to spend the morning with my best friends. Like, that's how I see it. I'm like, I got to spend the morning with, like, incredible women, and that freaking fires me up. So I'm super excited for every single one of you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm so glad that you're here. And no matter what, you are worthy, you are wanted, you are needed, and you are more than enough, and you are so freaking loved. And I need you guys to know that and believe that, and wholeheartedly know that if you ever are doubting yourself, you can always come to me. Always. I'm always going to be here. I'm your friend first. I'm your friend first. I'm not your boss. I'm not your freaking manager. We are in this together. We're business partners, and we're grinding for a goal. So I love you guys so much.